All right, we're live at 11:05. I'm BC. This is Trinity Street Rods, and we're going to do a quick update on Alan's car. Alan, you're not in the hot spot, but you're kind of in the getting it done spot. Finally got a spring. This is a car that's been sitting for something like 20 years. Wasn't like it was sitting outside. It would just sit really kind of not. Well, it wasn't built. It was just a lot of parts and pieces. Some of it was put together. The frame was already powder coated. And just the humidity and the weather and all that in a building. A lot of the stuff, the spring was rusted. A lot of the bolts are just nasty. It just had that, an old something that's not been lived in or used for a while. It gets that kind of feeling. It's kind of like this old grocery store. This was the deli part, and it had that feeling. So we got bright lights. Van Gilligan been putting up lights. Look at these lights are bright and shining, and now you can really see the chrome shining. So we went ahead and we ordered a lot of chrome bolts. You can see nice chrome shiny bolts. And it's crazy how long we had to wait for some of this stuff and back ordered. These are the brackets to hold the shocks and the headlights. We sent these out and had them re-chromed, had a few other things re-chromed. So now we just blew apart the entire front end, and we're going to detail. We're going to detail, and the best way to detail it when it's apart. If you try to clean it up, put it together, you get wax in the little cracks, and it's not as easy. So we're going to get it really detailed, put some of it on the buffing wheel, some of it with hand polish. We're using this product. It seems to be working pretty good. What is it? Zephyr. The perfect metal polish. So I'm not advertising for this one, but it seems to be working. I've seen a lot of product very similar to that back when we were doing the show thing. And you had the hawkers getting you in and they'd polish the top of a can. Have you ever seen that? They'd polish the top of the can and it'd be so polished it'd be like a mirror. So and they had something that was that color that they were using. So anyway, that's something we're doing. We got we're just cleaning the front end. I want the front end back together today, and so tomorrow we'll probably we're going to work on this one for the next couple of days. We're going to mount the tank on it, put the body on it. We should be able to mount the headlights. It's got some really neat headlights. Got a few more push button things, push button start, push button that, push button this. We'll do all that. We want to clean up the back side of the wheels. I mean, the cars, you'll see a lot of that back side of that wheel, although it's not polished. We can get it looking a lot better than what we got down here. The wheels are pretty cool looking. You got them on. You got the spinner caps on. Come around here and show this. So the rear end's coming together. I mean, we're getting pretty close on just having this come together, be a car, turn the key, fire it up. Alan can come get it and on to the next project. We've been on it a while, but Alan's been on it a lot longer than we have. So I'm getting kind of excited. It's looking good. I think we need to, I don't know if we ordered the drive shaft yet or not, but I need to find out on that today. Make sure we get a drive shaft coming. Lots of parts are kind of stacking up here. We put everything from one table to two. Organization is a good thing. You can kind of see down this whole wall here. We've got it set up so there's a door there. Behind the wall, there's a big area that we can put the parts. So all the parts for this car is directly behind that on shelves. All the parts for that car are directly behind it on shelves. Ronnie, I hear that you liked your body. I didn't see it yet. I heard it came out really well, so I'm expecting to see that down here anytime. That'll be the next project going in the hot spot. We're waiting on parts for David. I mean, we'll show the finish of the red T-bucket we've been doing, but waiting on parts again. Crazy world we're in. So just a quick update. It's about details now. Take it apart, clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Clean it up, clean it up. I mean, you can't polish too much, so we're going to get that all taken care of. I don't know if we showed this before, but we've got AN fittings coming around for our fuel regulator. It's all looking pretty clean back here. I'm liking it. So clean is good. We'll do a little trigger time today. I'm I'm about getting wore out with politics. It is getting to the point of past silly. It's crazy. I mean, crazy. It's past crazy even. It's to the point of senile. So anyway, I'm going to be in 12th chapter of Luke. And this kind of goes along with when I first started doing this. I apprenticed under a painter, and this was back, oh my gosh, the 70s, early 70s. So that's a pretty long time ago. Doesn't seem that long, but that's probably older than you are. Yeah, Gilligan nodding his head there. But I apprenticed under a pretty good painter. I mean, he was a collision repair guy. And you know, even back then, some of you may remember this, you old guys. There was synthetic enamel, and you actually had a hot plate on your thing to heat it up. It would dry faster if you put it on when it was hot. But anyway, he just impressed a few things on me, and one of the things he impressed was that door handle where the driver goes in better look good. And that hood where the driver's sitting and looking out across it while he's driving better look good. There better not be a flaw in those two areas. And not that we wanted flaws anywhere, but those two better be good, because that's what you see. That's what you see all the time. The same kind of way, there's a big difference between a show car and just a new car, a regular new car, even a under warranty work. For Ford, I worked for a Ford dealer for a while way back. You were allowed two spots per panel on warranty. I mean, whether it be a spec, I mean, we're not talking major things, but two imperfections per panel, and that was just acceptable. That was like their standard. So this top of this looks pretty good. Corners of this looks pretty good. At what point do we actually go all the way around and make sure that this lip is pretty good, and then go underneath it here? Is this all painted black underneath that? If we look up in, I don't have these grills put in yet, but you can kind of see some yellow up underneath of there. So at what point do you stop? So we're going to actually clean up the inside of that. I'll have it black, so when you look through there, it'll be clean. The same kind of way on all the nuts and the bolts and at what point do you stop? If I'm polishing here, this needs to come off and be polished, and we need to put the chrome bolts in here. But do you have a little wax? Is it dirty between there? How clean can you get in here? Do you clean behind that? Do you take something out? How clean can we get? How clean can we get? Well, on Luke 12, this kind of goes in that some way. So he's out there. This would be red letter if I had a different Bible, I'm sure. In the meantime, when the many thousands of the multitude gathered together, and they were trod upon one another, he began to say to his disciples first. So there's a big crowd. Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. Nothing is covered up that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. Whatever you have said in the dark shall be heard in the light, and what you have whispered in private rooms shall be proclaimed on the housetops. So don't think there's anything secret with God. I mean, we can hide. I've been doing this a long time. I know the areas that you're going to look at. I was trained from the beginning to know you're going to look at that door handle. You're going to look over that hood. If those two areas are good, you're probably not going to check me out over here, or over here, or over here, or over here, or under here, or under here, or under this. Don't work that way with God. He knows everything. I mean, I don't know if you heard that when you were a kid, but God knows. I tell you, my friends, do not fear those who kill the body, and after that they have no more that they can do. But I warn you whom to fear. Fear him who, after he has killed, has power to cast into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies, and not one of them is forgotten before God? Why, even the hairs on your head are all numbered. Fear not, for are you not more valuable than many sparrows? I'm going to go all the way through here. Just a little bit more here. And I tell you, everyone who acknowledges me before men, the Son of God will acknowledge before the angels of God. But he who denies me before men will be denied before the angels of God. Everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but he who speaks blasphemies against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. This is serious business we're in. Building hot rods is a serious business. We take it seriously. We want to build really cool cars. We want it to look good. We don't want somebody to come up to the car we build, and I'm talking we, all of us, and go, man, how come you didn't fix that, or what's that, or wow, that's different, or whatever. I mean, we want a quality situation here. We want it to be good. In the same way, man, we want to stand before God in a way that is pleasing. I know I want to hear, well done, good and faithful servant. When this journey is over, I want to live a quality life. And I get it. I know my righteousness is like filthy rags. Thank God I can put on Christ's righteousness. And we're saved by grace, not by works, lest any man should boast. So don't get confused into this religion of you just do it good enough and then you're in. That's hypocrisy. That's the scribes and the Pharisees and the modern day religious leaders are just, you missed Sunday, you didn't pay your dues, da 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 da. No. Are we the church? Are we being who we are? Are we the bride of Christ? Are we coming together in unity and loving each other like we ought to be doing? No, it's an evil, wicked world beyond what we can imagine. But that doesn't matter. They'll know us by our love. So, hang in there. It's a good day. It's Monday. I love building hot rods. Actually, I do. I'm having fun doing this, Alan. It's been great. I mean, this is really, not all the cars, it's really been fun trying to interpret what you've seen. And all we are is your hands here and making this happen. So it's coming close. Hopefully you're getting excited. We're getting kind of excited. Waiting a long time to get all the parts for this front end. So today it should be back together, but have some headlights on there and some shocks on there. And hopefully some parts show up and we can get over to the hot spot tomorrow. But until tomorrow, be blessed.